Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Final Fantasy VI with me, Retro Cactuars. So we are here in the ancient castle. We just got the Odin Esper here, and now we are going to continue exploring and see what we can find. There's a lot of nooks and crannies you can explore here. These are the same guys that you've seen before. I know that those Lunatis guys, they used Meteor, but I'm not sure if they only use it when they're confused, or I'm not exactly sure what's going on there, but I want to make sure that they don't get off a Meteor spell against me. That would be a problem. There we go, that's the Gladius that's causing so much damage. Alright, let's see what's in here. Not much by the looks of it, unless there's like a treasure chest down here somewhere. Oy. Hopefully it doesn't use Meteor if it's the only enemy on the field. Vanish and Berserk. Okay, so that was Phantom she just learned. Let's see. She could start learning Quake, I suppose. Better than nothing. Don't think there's anything of value there. Oh, a lot of these guys. I'm not sure if they are weak against magic or not. Don't quite remember. Nope, doesn't look like it. Just like everything else, they are pretty strong against magical attacks, so we'll just have to take them out old school. But they can be confused. Boom. Yeah. They're not immune to instant death, which is nice. Alright, we got a few more spells here. Gao learned Libra. Could learn Imp. Would Shadow learn Reflect? Yeah. We can learn Float next. There's a book encrusted with glittering gems. The Queen's Diary. I have fallen in love with Odin. It is a forbidden love, I know, but the flames of passion obey not rule or reason. Every time I think of that noble man, my heart flutters and fans the flames yet more, and who could rightly fault it? When the fighting ends, I shall tell him. I must. Alright. Love between a human and an Esper. Yeah, so that's something you see there if Terra is in the party, because, you know, that was always her thing back in the world of balance. She was always wondering if she could fall in love with someone because she's half human, half Esper. But of course, we know she found love in the hearts of her adoptive children. She grew to love them and they love her. So we've kind of answered that question. But, you know, I suppose she's still maybe struggling with that bit. To continue exploring the ancient castle, the game would normally have us go back to Figaro, and there's a scholar in Figaro Castle that tells you about an ancient text that describes the castle here, and it says when the queen takes 5 steps or something like that. Anyway, what that means is from the queen's throne we go 1 and get into a battle. I'm gonna see if I can run from this. You guys let me run? They gotta get their attacks in first. Come on, let me go. Okay. So we took 1 step. 2, 3, 4, 5. Boom. So there was a switch in the floor there, and if we come back here, we see the staircase is opened up. And I'm being careful here because there is yet another legendary dragon. So I want to check what elements the Minerva thing protects against. Where is it? So it negates, it halves water. It does not fully negate against water. Still probably her best piece of equipment. Give her a saucer. I apologize if my voice is a bit croaky. I've been kind of talking all day, so my voice might be a little raw. I apologize for that. Saucer, and we're going to give you the tortoise shell because we do not want the curse shield while we're doing this. But yeah, you basically want to set up your team to absorb water. Obviously, if you saw my stealing expedition, you know how to do that. And let's take this thing on. Blue Dragon. Tsunami. Yep, thanks for the healing. Pretty sure that lightning is this thing's weakness. I'm just going to double check that quickly. Yes, it just casts slow on itself. You did see correctly. Level 65. Weak against lightning, yeah. Now, unfortunately, that you saw it has that rippler effect. I forgot to defend myself against that, but what you can do is you can also equip ribbons on your team, and that will basically prevent any negative status effects from being exchanged with the blue dragon. Because what it does is it likes to cast bad status on itself and then follow up with Rippler to afflict those statuses onto you, which is kind of a weird way of doing battle, but you know, that's its thing. Now, Slow did not hit on Terra because she has the Miracle Shoes, which actually gives her an auto haste ability, so that's why Slow had no effect on her. So I got lucky that time, but to truly prepare, I should have put ribbons on my team. Aqua Breath is going to do nothing. Well, it'll heal me. It's not going to help him win. So I picked a Rage that has a lightning attack. He hasn't used it so far, which is kind of frustrating. At least I haven't seen him use it. I know I was talking earlier, so I might have been kind of distracted. Flash Rain, I think, is still a water-based attack. Yep. Here we go, Gigavolts. This is what I was hoping for. Okay, well, it's not that great, actually. I thought it was going to do more damage than that. Unfortunately, our Thundaras will be much more effective. there. You know, at least we're around the 1,000 damage limit. I want to see how much Thundara will do for my other two party members. Oh, there we go. Anyway, that's the blue dragon. As you can see, not much to write home about. And we learned Imp, Float, and we got the Zantetsuken. 4 dragons remaining, so we've taken out half of the legendary dragons. And we got this weapon, this sword, Zantetsuken, may randomly dispatch an enemy in one hit. So this is, again, a very good weapon. Yeah, I think I can give her that and give him the Gladius, which is going to be much better than what he was sporting before. All right. So if you come up here, you'll see that the queen is also a statue. And I'm just going to throw in a quick save state here because something happens when you speak to her when you have the Odin Magicite. Even the queen was turned to stone. From the stone, is that a tear? Odin's Magicite surges with newfound power. Odin becomes Raiden. I want to mention this, I want to show you this because when that little scene happens, you actually lose the Odin Magicite. You see it's not there anymore, and it becomes Raiden, which teaches you Quick instead. Should you do this or should you hold on to Odin? Well, it depends on what version you're playing. If you're playing the SNES or the PlayStation version, you should get Raiden definitely because he teaches you Quick. This is, I believe, the only source of Quick that you get in the game, and Quick is a better spell than Meteor, so the trade-off is obvious. However, in this version, because of the optional Espers that we have, there is another Esper that will teach you Quick, so it's actually better to stick with the Odin Magicite in this case. So I'm going to stick with Odin. That is pretty much everything that I want to show you here in the castle. I'm not sure if we can teleport out or not. No, it won't let me. So we will retrace our steps, but that's basically everything that you can do here. Like I said, if you're playing this version of the game, the GBA version, you want to hold on to Odin, because you can get Quick another way. Ooh, this is a new one. Yeah, that can really hurt. Wonder if I can Noise Blaster this thing. Unfortunately, it did not work. Oh, it's got Reflect. Thankfully, she is immune to thunder damage. Uh-huh. Okay, I was worried Gigavolt was going to reflect, but apparently it's not considered a magical attack, which is good. So now that I'm in the cave part, still will not let me teleport out. I'm going to tent up. And I'm going to keep working on that cursed shield. Anyway, these guys. There we go. Yeah, you saw these guys in the last episode, what they can do. Oh, I think actually, yeah, I need to check, because I think, yeah, he learned float. Need to make sure my party members keep learning stuff. Keatsith, he needs to learn Fyra. I could give him the flame shield, but I'll stick with the curse shield for him. I still can't teleport, I'm assuming. Nope. I guess that makes sense because the way you get in here is from Figaro Castle, so you can't, like, teleport out of Figaro Castle. So I guess that makes sense why they did it that way, but it is kind of annoying at the same time. Alright, just going through the cave. Unfortunately, I didn't bring Mog, so that means that I cannot use the Mabulu's charm to get out faster. I think we're almost there. Yeah. Alright. The strum's unusually right. Yeah, restart the engines. Now we'll want to go back under the desert again and go back to where we started because I left my airship parked in the other side. Yeah, so go back to Cullen. Go back the way we came. And he's going to give you the same option again, but we're going to restart the engines and keep on going. I do love the music in Figaro Castle. It's such a great theme. Let's go up here. Actually, I should heal my team. Yeah, I keep hoping to get a shadow dream sequence, but I think you actually do need to stay in like an actual inn. Using the beds in Figaro Castle or using the bed in Mobliz doesn't seem to trigger these dream sequences that he can have, so it seems like it requires an actual inn for him to stay in. I don't know if I'm just being like unlucky maybe with it, I don't know. Anyway. Alright. We are going back into the airship. And let's switch up our team again. I'd like to take Mog, but I am kind of looking for something specific here. Shadow should come. He should come. You should come. How I'm basing my my decision-making process will become clear in a bit here. Okay. So, relics. Now the time has come to make use of those muscle belts that I was mentioning earlier. And Zephyr Cloak would, well, actually Zephyr Cloak or Miracle Shoes. Miracle Shoes actually would probably be a better idea for my team. Muscle Belt, Miracle Shoes. Yeah, give it to everybody. So what the muscle belts do is they give a 50% boost to your HP. And there's a reason for that I want that much HP. I haven't actually given them any equipment. There we go. Alright, and then we will want everyone in the back row for this. I know this looks like a kind of a weird setup, but I'll explain what I'm planning to do in a minute here. Just want to get everyone prepped up. We should equip Espers as well. He should learn Raise. Yeah, he can start learning Quake. Was he Phantom? Yeah, let's have him start learning that. Okay. We shall stay at the actual inn here. This time. 200, yeah, that's fine. Yahoo! We did it, Clyde! 1,000,000 gil! What a blast! This is the life! Guess it's time we start thinking of a name, huh? A name? All good bandit duos need a name. I sort of have one in mind. Well, let's hear it. The Shadow Bandits. What do you think? Not bad, eh? The Shadow Bandits, great train robbers of the century. Yeah, so that was another Shadow Dream sequence. I believe there is one more. Hopefully we might come across it. Alright. So we will get in our trusty airship and head to Maranda. Now, I've talked about this before, I've referenced it. I don't know if I've ever actually shown it to you, but here in the desert you can encounter Cactuars, and they are the best source in the game for learning spells quickly. They give you 10 magic points whenever, or 10 AP points, whatever it is, when you kill them. Now, I just need to quickly check my spell list here. I don't know if anyone... He's learned Vanish. I think they've all learned. Just checking what spells I have here. Okay. Let's see if we can find a Cactuar. Slagworm. Okay. This is, unfortunately, one of the other things that you can find in the desert. I'm going to try to run away from him here. There we go. I will show you how to deal with the slagworms, but I kind of want to fight the Cactuars. I would say that the Cactuars are rare, but they kind of seem to appear less than the slagworms. Okay, we'll try running again. There we go. Come on, Strato, get over there. There is a way of dealing with the slagworms. You have to be careful with them because the slagworms have a sandstorm attack, which is very lethal, and if they can also counterattack with crush, which I believe does 5 times the damage. But there is a nice way of dealing with them. I'm going to show you that right now. There's Crush. It did less damage because it's in the back row. How you deal with these guys is you cast Vanish on the Slagworm. And then you follow up with Banish, if I can find it here. I thought he had Banish. Here we go, he is Banish. So you cast Vanish on the worm, and then you cast Banish, and you'll see, boom, you automatically win. So that's how you take out the Slagworms. You only get 5 magic points for killing them, but that's still, you know, pretty good, all things considered. Phoenix, okay. So you learn that. Yeah, he hasn't learned Banish yet. Well, let's get him started learning that. Alright, I just do want to show you guys a Cactuar battle. Hopefully it doesn't take too much longer. If it does, I may just cut to where I do encounter one. Of course, he has to get his one hit in. Well, we'll try one more here. Okay, here we go. So, Cactuars, what they like to do is they like to shoot 1,000 needles at you, obviously. And I messed up my blitz there. So he's bundling up something. He is bundling up needles. We do not want to let him get his attack off. Boom. So you'll see here 10 magic AP. Yeah, so we learn our spells. And 10,000 gil. So, as you can tell, it's pretty lucrative. You can get a lot of magic points. You can master a lot of spells quickly using this area. As long as you know how to deal with both those enemies, you can make quite a killing here. Literally. Alright, just give me a minute to readjust my team here. You don't know float yet. You're still going Quake. You're good there. You don't know Shell yet. You don't know Banish. Okay. So, let me come over here. Use a tent. One of the optional espers that you can fight here in the Desert of Maranda is the Gigantuar, and it appears in a specific spot in the desert. It's in this section. I don't know exactly where it is. I'm definitely going to save before I continue on here. But we're going to try fighting the Gigantuar. This could be pretty bad, but actually, what does he have? Yeah, I want to make sure I have the healing rod here. We're going to try encountering it. I believe it shows up around here somewhere. You are not the Gigantuar. But there's like one specific tile that shows up on. I think it's one of these two. We'll see. That is a regular Cactuar. We can use its own tricks against him. Basically, to kill Cactuars, you need something that's going to cause piercing, unblockable piercing damage, which I've mentioned before. So, like things like tools, blitzes, Shadow's throwing weapons also work. Bushido works. There we go. I am going to try to trigger that fight against the Gigantuar. Another Cactuar. Throw these at you. There we go. Well, you can see we're learning lots of spells. I will probably cut ahead to where I actually fight the Gigantuar here. Oh, the one thing I should mention is probably the reason the Gigantuar isn't showing up is you do have to kill about 10 to 15 Cactuars before it actually shows up. So when I am actually hunting for it, I kind of like to hang around here. You see I'm getting a lot of Cactuar encounters around here,